up, everybody? Live from the third largest city in the United States of America, Chicago, Illinois. This is The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. How about that? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the last show of the broadcast for Backchannel.tv. For all you folks watching us on YouTube, what's up? Everybody watching us on Backchannel.tv, what's up? If you're listening to us on an Amazon-supported device, what's up? So glad to be here today. Chicago's kind of gloomy and cold, so we'll see what happens with my attitude. Joining me from Portland, Oregon, Jay Gliss. Happy Friday, brother. Happy Friday. What's up?
How's it going?
I'm all right, man. And it's weird. I feel a little laggy. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong here. I know that my neighbors are throttling.
You're feeling laggy, or your connection feels laggy?
Both. Hey, we're good on the angles and everything?
Yeah, no, you look good.
All right, thank you. Oh, you know,
nice,
I take care of
nice
myself.
and centered. Yeah. I just did the same thing. I was like, man, I need to clean up a little bit.
It's everybody get used to it because it's leaving. It's leaving. It may not be here on Monday. I can't do it. I feel like I've been plotting a crime with this beard on my face for the last couple of months. But, you know, I've proven everyone that I work. I keep it as trim as I can. But I think it's going to go. I don't know tonight. I'm going to a burlesque show.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we're going to find out just how well this beard plays in the community. Because I think I'm chopping it off, but we'll see. How's it going, man? How was your yesterday?
It was good. It was my oldest's birthday, so I took him to the record store. Yeah,
so he said he likes vinyl.
Yeah, he does. So I took him to the record store and got him 3 albums. So he was excited about that.
All right, look at you.
Family stuff in the evening, and that's about it.
Father of the year, brother. You're the man. When I talked to you yesterday, you had on a hoodie. I'm like, Gliss is in his house just living.
That's pretty much how I roll. Like half of the year I will only be spotted in a hoodie, and then the other half of the year I'm only wearing shorts. So
right. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Yesterday's radio show was weird in that I had 2 hours of sleep, and I heard
you mention that because I actually I listened to the first
you caught some
half an hour or so. Yeah.
So that's why you didn't hear me talk much, because I couldn't. I was scared, and then when I did talk, I was like, okay, second wind, I feel good. And then just right afterwards, man, my whole body was like, that's it, buddy, going to sleep. You're going to sleep while you're on the air, and I couldn't do that. And then afterwards, I went out and had a couple of pops, which started to make me sleepy. And then I had a wonderful meal from Mustard Seed Kitchen here in Chicago, Chef Eric Williams, and that was it. I was asleep 8 o'clock Chicago time, maybe 8:30, gone. Woke up 4 o'clock this morning, ready to go. Super tired. It was bad. Yesterday's show was cool. I mean, the music was great, but I was just tired.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything the night before. I was up in anticipation of a show that I recorded yesterday. And I was all fired up about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get in there and do it. And then they kind of changed some of the stuff we were going to talk about. And I'm like, I stayed up all night getting ready for nothing. I got ready for nothing. So it was on me, but yeah. Who's in our back room? Are these people alive? They are. Let's see. Chief
I'll make them live. Come on.
Okay, hey, there you go. Chief Rat is here. Yeah, Chief Rat. Milo. God bless Milo. Milo is a regular listener. hasn't failed us yet. Elizabeth the Maine. That says Rebecca, Carmas, Gaines, Jay in Virginia, London, and Stacy in Texas. The storm didn't wipe everybody out. That's good. Glad you guys are here. There's so much to talk about today on the show, Bliss, that we are going to have to spend a fair amount of time talking about Ginny Thomas, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas's wife. he should be off the court and she should be in jail. And neither of those things are happening fast enough for me. But we'll talk about that. I told you Gonzaga wasn't going to win, bro. I told you. I picked that. That's the only team left in my bracket that I got right. That game, I said it would be those two teams in that game. Gonzaga's not real. They have never been real. So I was not worried at all. I thought Duke was going to lose last night. But this picture we have of a really excited Coach K, I hope he's okay, that we're going to show you guys later. This is one of my favorite photos of all time. So we're going to get into all of that, Gliss. I will start with the headlines, man. And it's the Friday show, brother, so you know all bets are off. Anything can happen. We may not do any of the stuff that we just said we were going to do. We may even do our show like we did a couple days ago in reverse when Stupid Smith accidentally, or maybe not me, something happened and it was in reverse. I wasn't trying to do the David Letterman thing, not on purpose. Just like I was, before you run, Gliss, if you haven't left already, I wore my Montreal today. I did not know that Hal had on an Expo t-shirt.
I saw that.
I hadn't. That was genuine.
That was weird.
Yeah. I was like, he goes, do you have on an Expos jersey? I'm like, yeah. He's like, look. I'm like, what? Yeah. I had no idea that was going to happen. That is the power of, great minds think alike.
That's right.
All right. Go hide in your box of producing. I'm going to read these headlines and then we'll take a break. Well, I don't know where you just...
I'm always here. This box is going to be gone soon. I don't know where I'm going to be.
Doing
the show. It's going to be a little different soon. So there's going to be a week where I won't have this space, and so I'll be somewhere else until this space is made a little bigger and more comfortable.
As long as you're not like up on a roof, we're good.
No, probably not.
I don't need to see the mountain. If I see mountains behind you, I'm going to ask you to show me underneath you. Let me see the ground. I don't want you to be up on the roof.
All right.
Need you on the ground. Let's take a look at the headlines, things that are happening around the United States and around the world. An ice shelf the size of New York City has collapsed in East Antarctica. An area long thought to be stable and not hit much by climate change, concerned scientists said today. The collapse captured by satellite images marked the first time in human history. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. The collapse captured by satellite images marked the first time in human history that the frigid region had an ice shelf shelf collapse. It happened at the beginning of a freakish warm spell last week when temperatures soared more than 70 degrees warmer than normal in some spots of East Antarctica. Satellite photos show the area had been shrinking rapidly the last couple of years, and now scientists wonder if they have been overestimating East Antarctica's stability and resistance to global warming that is melting ice rapidly on the smaller western side and the vulnerable peninsula. And it's into in a little bit more detail. Thomas, wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, sent weeks of texts imploring White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to act to overturn the 2020 presidential election, furthering then President Donald Trump's lies that the free and fair vote was marred by non-existent fraud, according to copies of the messages obtained by the Washington Post and CBS News. The 29 messages the pair exchanged came in the weeks after the vote in November 2020, when Trump and his top allies were still saying they plan to go to the Supreme Court to have its results voided. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour. We are definitely going to get in deeper about Ginny Thomas. Questions, her and Clarence Thomas. A lot of them. We'll take care of all those in a bit. Hosting us today, Passengers on the Drive, Sending J Games, Karmas, Rebecca, Milo, Chief Rat, Denny's, Israel, 9. I'm just reading whatever they're chatting about. Has nothing to do with the show, but it's interesting. Someone is asking if I want to go eat. Sure. Where you want to go? Somebody said I'm so fat I wake up on both sides. I'm not fat. Come on. I'm very. I think they're having a. They can't be talking to me. They can't see Glit. Whatever, man. It's Friday. You know what? Yes, yes, Nine. I want to go eat. I'd like to go tonight to Virtue, another restaurant that's owned by Chef Eric Williams, if that's possible. Can you fly to Chicago and take me to Virtue? Oh, I will buy the first round. Hey, man, pick up Gliss on the way in your private jet. And then, do you want, that you can't say that on the thing. Oh, there it is. Hey, man, we got to get Chief Rat a special dedication and get rid of him.
I got something for him.
Thanks, man. You're the best. Hey, Chief Rat, God bless you. We'll be back with a little bit more of something and a lot less of Chief Rat on the drive of Mario Smith. And if we can, can we get his IP address? Because I'd like to have a special conversation with Chief Rat when it's not all these cameras and stuff around. We'll be back in just a moment. It's the drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. Bye, Chief Rat. You were funny for like 10 seconds. Well, not really, but bye anyway. Man, I'm so motivated right now. Gliss, you have no idea.
Yeah, I got yeah.
Ooh, you have no idea how motivated I am. I love taking road trips.
I'm about to send some emails out here because yeah.
Have you ever seen Jay and Silent Bob when they go to that guy's house once they get his IP address? It turns out it's a little kid. Yeah, I am so down for doing that. Y'all don't know me. Don't let these red glasses and my nice vernacular and calm tone fool you. I will fly to your house and visit you and shake hands with you and talk. All right, so let's try this again. Oh boy, I mean, I'm kind of taken aback by that.
Yeah,
that's never happened to me before. Let me just, is it okay if I make a quick little PSA to folks?
Yeah, There's no reason not to address this.
Get this all out. So this gentleman or woman or baby or whatever the hell it was just hit me with the N-word in our chat on Backchannel. I'm a lot of things, son. I ain't that. And you should be very lucky that none of these people that work for Volley or Backchannel will allow me to do what inherently I feel like I need to do. Very lucky. I'm going to suggest to everybody that is not down with watching this show, just leave. Don't make it harder for me than it already is, because when people say things like that, it makes me very upset. And it's not an upset that you're going to see during the course of the show, because I got this down. I know how to do this. And you'll never know if I'm upset or not. But I don't like it when people use the platform to be a coward. So I can tell you how to get in touch with me if you want. You can fly to Chicago if you dare. And we can meet in person. Or if you're already here, we could definitely hook up somewhere, have a beer, talk about it. But don't hit me with the N-word in the chat, bro, because I will not react well to that in real life. But if you don't think you're going to be able to not do things like that, don't watch any of our shows. Not any of them. Because I can tell you one thing about Backchannel and Volley that I think is great is that we're really diverse. And for those of you who don't know what diverse means, people like, what was his name? Chief Rat, who ain't here no more.
He's definitely, yeah. Rat
Yeah.
was a good name.
Rat was a perfect name. There are people of every ethnicity and every gender and everything you can imagine that work here for us. So you're not just saying that to me, you're saying that to everybody. And everybody is offended. And you know, I'm about tired of this too. Hold on. Bye. So that's what we're going to do. Moving forward, every show on Backchannel, whether it's the one from the UK or this one from Chicago, Illinois, all of us are working hard to do something dope. If you don't want to watch it, we're not making you watch it. But you're not going to disrespect me or anybody else that works here. Because if they ever let me find out where you are, I promise I'll come visit you. Because I've got nothing to do. That's how my life works. For the other 22 hours of the day, I am just out here doing nothing. I get it together 10 minutes before this show. I get it together quick enough to do this show, and then boom. Seriously, all jokes aside, don't do that. This is not what we're trying to do or what we're trying to convey. Because I'm not going to do that to you. If you can't respect me, then just don't bother watching. I'm good if you don't. I'm really, really good if you don't. With that in mind, for those two suckers that are gone now, and I bet you $1 they're like 10 years old, which makes me want to meet them even more. If you're watching this episode of The Drive with Mario Smith and you're watching Backchannel.tv, you want to catch up with us early in the morning, 6 a.m. Eastern time with Haley and Allison. At 8, it's Liv Harrison. At 10, it's Jam and Renee. At noon, it's Sir Anthony Davis. And at 2 Eastern time, it's your pal Hal. And we're all together, baby. So get used to it. Suck it up, punk, or whatever other term you would like for me to use. Sorry about that, Gliss. Just felt like it needed to be said. And I know you're not going to give me his IP address, even though I want it desperately.
If I had a way, I'm looking in the settings to see what information I can find, because
unbelievable.
People should know too. If you come in here doing stuff like that, not only are we going to take care of it quickly, but we're going to track that information and pass it on to the appropriate people. So
yeah, because they won't let me do it. I would love to do it. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't get an email from anyone at Volley or Backchannel, because I'm already,
and they've already been notified as well. So
cool. That's just that's a lot, man. Don't do that. And me and Gliss are not babysitters. And if you're under the age of 21 years old, just act right. I don't care if you're here, if you're a kid. I used to watch, man, do you know how much radio I listened to as a child? I'm with it. I would love for kids to check it out. But if you saying stuff like that and you're not an adult, you're a child, that bothers me even more. That makes me want to find out where your parents are and how did you get control of the computer or the phone. And don't be a coward. If that's what you say what you mean and mean what you say. I don't care if you talk about me, that's fine, but you're not going to call me that because I'm not that. And that does something that changes the whole course of the show, which I didn't intend on doing. Having said all of that, I encourage you to leave a review of the show. What a segue. Please leave a review at backchannel.tv. We read some reviews the other day, and it was really cool to do that. And we'll read your review as well, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's bad ones. I'll be the judge of that. Or actually, me and Gliss will decide. Because the bad one might end up being something constructive. Bad doesn't necessarily have to mean bad. So, Virginia Thomas, not sure if that's a name that's familiar to you. She is a conservative activist, and she's married to Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. She put the pressure on then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows in the Trump administration to do whatever he could do to make sure that the 2020 election was overturned. This is problematic. Hey, can you put that tweet up that I sent you? This is problematic on multiple levels because
Yeah, give me just a minute because
take your time.
sorry, I'm taking care of something here. But
Oh, hey, cool. If
yeah,
it's
I'll
involving
get it up in just
if
a
it's
minute.
involving Chief Rat, don't worry, I got
Yeah.
plenty to say. um, the idea that a Supreme Court justice's wife has the time on her hands. First of all, the idea that she has dude's phone number, you know, and you're texting the chief of staff of the White House and imploring him to overturn an election. How is Virginia Thomas not locked up today? Her husband very conveniently found himself in the hospital. How is he not removed from the Supreme Court in the coming days? How is this not a thing? Why aren't these conversations being had? There's something to be said about interfering in government affairs. There's also something to be said about trying to attempt a coup. They tried to attempt a coup. We've been using the word insurrection and riot and all these. That was an attempted coup, an overthrow of the United States government at the hands of people, almost all of them white people, who wanted to have a say in how this was going to turn out. And not with the results of the election, but forcibly keeping, the greatest tweet ever, keeping Donald Trump president. Virginia Thomas has a lot of explaining to do to the January 6th committee, but I would have her locked up. You're the wife of a Supreme Court justice, and that's what you're on? That's your platform? It seems to me, and again, who am I? If nothing else, I'm just an observer. But it seems to me, when people try to overthrow the government, it should not take this long to get those people gathered and lock them up. Because I promise you, and I was at the Million Man March, had that happened at the Million Man March, there would have been no effort. Every available resource would have been exhausted to finish everybody that went to that place. But this has taken a long time, a little bit too long for me, and I don't like it. So the Washington Post and CBS News obtained 29 total texts, and there's this pipeline between Ginny Thomas, Virginia, and Mark Meadows. The messages don't directly refer to Clarence Thomas or the Supreme Court, but she had access to Trump's inner circle, which means probably Trump and Clarence Thomas had a lot of conversations too. Mark Meadows was taking Ginny Thomas's advice about overthrowing the United States government. That is the most extraordinary-ish ever. And she did it with no impunity and was not going to be caught until these messages were discovered. There were 2,320 text messages that Mark Meadows gave the House Select Committee that's investigating that January 6th attack. 21 of those messages were sent by her to Mark Meadows, and 8 were sent by him. She was on his neck, applying pressure to him to overturn the government of the United States. It is the most extraordinary story of 2022. I can't believe that this has happened. And I'm sorry, maybe, I'm not like out here Captain Patriot or anything like that. I'm just saying that's wild that these people are still walking around. Because if it was anybody else, anyone else that didn't look like them, oh, come on, man. we would all be going, it's amazing with the power of swiftness that they arrested all these people. And she's the worst. This is the wife of an already controversial Supreme Court justice. I don't get it. But I'm going to ask the Backchannel.tv, YouTube, Amazon device audience. Should Clarence Thomas be removed from the Supreme Court because of the actions of his wife? Go to Backchannel.tv. Leave a review while you're there and let me know, yes, he should be removed, or no, he should not. You can do the same thing on YouTube. You can also do it on your Amazon supported device by encouraging your device with the word say and then saying what you want to say. Like, say Fred should, yes, he should, that way. Needed Cheetah and Abrupt Coyote are here too. And thanks for the visual, Bliss. I appreciate it. Gary T says yes. Gary, I almost had the Jay and Silent Bob kid today. I know it's Friday, but sheesh. And Gliss, I should have asked you to put a picture of this human turtle up too, but I didn't. The Senate GOP leader and part-time stand-in for Tuffy the Turtle, Mitch McConnell, announced yesterday that he will not vote for Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court, citing her responses this week to questions about court packing. Court packing is, for example, Biden's president, correct? And he just decides to make sure that everybody that's in the Supreme Court now, they're all liberal, for example. And she didn't answer the question when asked about court packing. I almost called him Senator Turtle. Senator McConnell said, I went into the Senate process with an open mind, but after studying the nominee's record and watching her performance this week, I cannot and will not support Judge Jackson for a lifetime appointment to the Supreme Court. McConnell suggested in his remarks that he thought Jackson would be an activist judge, and he faulted her for not taking a position on court packing, adding justices to the 9-member Supreme Court. Judge Jackson refuses to reject the fringe position that Democrats should try to pack the Supreme Court, McConnell said, adding that the question should have been an easy softball for her, but it wasn't. I don't know if that's her place to answer that question, is it? I mean, she's trying to be on the Supreme Court. She's not lobbying people to join her on it. She has nothing to do with that. That's a question for a president. Although other people have answered that question in the past, that sounds like he wanted an opinion, and it's not based on a fact. It's an opinion. Jackson noted during her confirmation hearing that Justice Amy Coney Barrett, a conservative judge who McConnell championed for the Supreme Court in 2020, sidestepped a similar question during her hearing, saying she wouldn't opine on the issue. McConnell noted that liberal justices like Stephen Breyer and the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg, quote, had no problem denouncing this unpopular view and defending their institution, close quote. The two justices made those remarks after they were on the court. So Mitch McConnell, again, is being Mitch McConnell in the very worst way. He does not want to support this woman to be a justice, and it's a shame because there's really no reason or basis for him to have that position, like none at all. And it would be in his best interest also to consider a new line of work because it's enough. And then there's a Democratic version of Mitch McConnell, Joe Manchin, who told a group of climate activists and energy executives that he's open to supporting the revised Build Back Better legislation that he killed. Manchin's private comments during a closed-door dinner on Monday are a clear indication he's serious about returning to the negotiating table before a much smaller version of President Biden's initial $3.5 trillion proposal. People familiar with the matter told Axios, where we got the story from. He was with the American Clean Power Association. It's a trade association for the renewable energy industry. In those informal talks, he outlined a deal that includes roughly $500 billion for climate and $1 trillion in new revenue. The senator isn't indicating any support for universal preschool or any of the other care economy proposals that were included in Biden's initial human infrastructure package. And Manchin is insisting on reducing the deficit with at least half the revenue from new corporate taxes, as well as the estimated savings from allowing Medicare to directly negotiate the cost of prescription drugs. Well, it's nice that he's doing something because it's kind of difficult for me to understand how he is a senator. I don't understand that. Sorry, man, I don't. Color me bad. Color me stupid, but I don't. Sorry, I don't. Zelensky's chief of staff expresses cautious optimism about talks with Russia. This war is in week 4, and Andriy Yermak, the Ukrainian president's chief of staff, on Thursday said there was progress in the ceasefire negotiations with Russia and expressed cautious optimism about the possibility of a diplomatic breakthrough to end the war. Yermak, is Zelensky's closest aide and one of the most powerful and influential government officials in the country. Before being appointed to the position, he was Zelensky's foreign policy advisor in charge of the Russia file. You know what's happening? This war is going, it went 3 weeks and a day longer than Putin thought it was going to go. He had this thing ending quickly in a blaze of fire, and it hasn't because the Ukrainians are fighting back. And for whatever it's worth, that fight is valid, and they are not letting this dude win. He's having trouble, like real trouble. It's quite an interesting moment that's happening in the world with Putin. He's not winning this war, man. He thought he was going to, I'm telling you, he thought he was going to walk in there and have it easy, and he doesn't. Glish, you flying soon again?
Trying to think. Not anytime.
Aren't you? Wait a minute, you're going on a cruise. How you guys getting to the coast?
Yeah, but it's a cruise to Alaska, so it's leaving out of Seattle. So we'll just drive up the 3 hours.
All right, whatever, man. Driving is fine.
Same thing.
But the airlines bosses are calling on President Biden to end the federal mask mandate on planes. Here's why I'm asking you the question, and I guess I'm asking everybody. I plan on getting on a plane fairly soon. I don't know how I feel about not wearing a mask on a plane. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of like, are planes safe? I guess they are safe though, huh? Do you have to show like a Vax card when you get to the airport? Is that a thing?
You do not. No. Masks are the only thing that they're pretty strict about.
Yeah, because I've been seeing all the Karens get mad when they tell them to get off
I mean,
the plane.
especially not as much at the airports, and it kind of depends on where you are, because I'm trying to think. I on the way there, where did we stop? I think it was Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the way back, it was somewhere else. But like Florida and Atlanta, definitely not as many people following it in the airport. But once you're on that plane, they're pretty strict about it. They will come over and remind you if you do not have your mask on.
See, I'm good with that. I'll wear it. I don't care. That doesn't bother me.
I'm kind of the same way. It's just there's so many people in such a small space, and they say, they do all these. They sanitize everything. They have what is it? They have some sort of thing that they've been doing since they, got back operating, where it's like they circulate the air or something like that. But still, there's a lot of people packed in a really small area. So I don't know if it's quite time to do that.
That's what I mean.
It seems a little premature.
Well, in an open letter released by the travel industry lobbying group Airlines for America, I swear, man, I know I've said this before. All these names sound like made-up names from a Stan Lee written Marvel comic. The group is calling on the Biden administration to sunset federal transportation travel restrictions. The group argues that the restrictions no longer reflect the realities of the current epidemiological environment. The letter was signed by leaders of 10 U.S. companies, including 6 of the largest airlines in the country: Alaska Airlines, American, Delta, JetBlue, Southwest, and United. We didn't get the Soul Plane. Spirit Airlines didn't sign. I bet you could do anything on Spirit. You could probably walk on Spirit with a needle in your arm. You get on a plane. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I'm sorry. But come on, Spirit. Um, the quote, the letter makes no sense that people, I'm sorry, it makes no sense. The letter makes no sense either. It makes no sense that people are still required to wear masks on airplanes, yet are allowed to congregate in crowded restaurants, schools, and at sporting events without masks, despite none of these venues having the protective air filtration system that aircraft do. And that's in the letter. I kind of see where they're coming from. If they're saying that they, but see, I already don't want to be on a plane to begin with. But if I'm on there, I'm just nervous, man, because I think I'm wearing my mask on the plane. I think I can do that. I think I can continue on a plane with a mask and be safe and happy, and then get off and take it off, in the airport. You don't have to go through the airport with it, do you? You can like wear it and take it off when you get to the airport. Because I would. That would be me. Where are we at? We got time for a couple more here. Everybody okay? Everybody doing well? Great. What's up with North Korea? How come nobody's talking about this? I guess I should be the one talking about it. They have been testing missiles like every day for the last week and a half. Are we that wrapped up in the Ukraine that nobody in the U.S. is going to say anything about that? Because I don't know if unhinged is an appropriate word, but Mans is on 10. He'll do anything. This was a new one. This was a intercontinental ballistic missile. They call it ICBMs. You heard of those. They launched one, and Kim Jong-un said it was designed to demonstrate the might of its nuclear force and deter any U.S. military moves. What moves are we making toward North Korea? Am I missing something? I mean, I'm like, for real, is there something else going on? What is he talking about? It was their first ICBM test since 2017, and flight data indicated the missile flew higher and longer than any of North Korea's previous tests before crashing into the sea west of Japan. Dubbed the Hwasong-17, the ICBM is the largest liquid-fueled missile ever launched by any country from a road mobile launcher. Kim ordered the test because of the daily escalating military tension in and around the Korean Peninsula and the inevitability of the long-standing confrontation with the U.S. imperialists, accompanied by the danger of a nuclear war. Is Dennis Rodman available to go talk to my man and tell him to calm the you-know-what down? I don't think that's happening. And I want to read this one, and then we'll go to a break. And this is important. And we were talking about Legos, Gliss, a couple of shows ago, a few shows ago. And it's a whole thing for adults. Do you know what the term AFOL means?
No.
You said it like I said it when I saw it. Okay. The AFOL stands for Adult Fans of Legos.
Okay.
And it's a real thing. So Lego has announced in its latest
I'm
release.
one of those.
I am too. I didn't know we had a club. Lego announced in its latest release in its creator expert line, the Back to the Future DeLorean, and it's coming out on April 1st.
You have to know Back to the Future is like one of my all-time favorite movies.
Ever. One of the best movies ever made. And
it's funny when you sent me this, because I actually have a Lego DeLorean, but this is like, this one is different. This one's like serious looking. These ones don't look like Legos. They look like real models.
Like the thing. They look like the real thing. Right. And when I saw that, like, they've got houses and banks and like real looking stuff, I'm like,
my older kids, they do. My 13-year-old Owen, he likes the architecture ones. He actually just did Dubai, where they're like little cityscapes, and those ones are really cool too. They're pretty cool looking.
So if you Google AFOL and Legos, for example, all that information will be there, and there's a whole listing of adult Legos that are for sale. I don't have that kind of money for some of them. Like the Friends apartment is one of them, the DeLorean, the Titanic, which is sold out, and things like that. It's kind of crazy. One day though, we'll get it. the expense report. Just always remember the expense report. Pineapple has joined us, and so is Marnie in Florida. Pineapple's in Texas. Deborah's in Virginia. Fit Ant is here. Karen Miss London. Stacy as well. When we come back, we will have the community report. My man Tay is not here today, but it's his favorite segment. And we'll talk some more stuff on a fine Friday afternoon in beautiful Chicago, Illinois, and in wonderfully beautiful Portland, Oregon, and wherever you are. It's The Drive with Mario Smith. And we'll be back right after these words. Welcome to the community report. I'm Mario. Hi, like you didn't see me just 10 seconds ago. I'm Mario Smith. That music was pretty funky, man. I like that, Gliss. That was dope. Look at us doing stuff.
Yeah, switching it up a little bit. I've been adding some little toys to the show. So
Funny you mentioned it. It'd be cool if we had some like little sounds to play with.
We do. I haven't tried them yet, but
why don't we give some of them a shot? Let's see what you got there. Hello. That's always a good one. I asked for that one too. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
what else you got going?
Let's see. So you were talking about the Justice's wife. This one comes to mind.
This real life.
Wow. Because that doesn't. Yeah. Old Jenny.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff to play with here.
Look at us, boy. I'm telling you. No wonder.
Excellent.
Yes. There's that. That makes me feel a little bit better. All right. We're good for a while. You just add them as you see fit. We don't have the appropriate one for what happened earlier because that one is a lot of cursing, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I do have that one. I probably shouldn't play it. I probably could make a whole folder of sound bites for whatever that guy's name was, the Rat Man.
The Rat Man. That noise you just heard, you wish it was, so do I, but it's good old dog and suds.
Looks good.
I need something that says beer in it.
Yeah, right. It's the pre-beer.
Yeah.
Show beer.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm like I said, I'm going to a burlesque show later. Really trying not to drink a lot of beer today. I'm good. Just don't. It's been a long week. But I'm okay today. Do you know we talked about this 2 weeks ago and it finally ended, the strike in Minnesota, the teacher strike?
That's right.
Yeah, 29,000 students had 2 weeks off of school. What type of world is that? Isn't that great? It's not great, Mario. Snap out of it. 4,500 educators and staff were on strike in one of Minnesota's largest school districts. The Union for Teachers and Support Staff planned to announce details later, but said it achieved what it sought when its members walked off the job on March 8th after they were unable to agree on a contract with district leaders. Ratification votes were expected over the weekend, and the district said it looks forward to welcoming students and staff back to school on Monday. That's the thing about those strikes, because I've been through a few of them in Chicago. You're like, wow, we're on strike. And then when they're off strike, it's like, man, it's got to take them a couple of weeks to get it together again, right? So we're gonna be out of school for another week. No, they're ready to go back. If this would have ended on Monday, they would have went back on Wednesday probably. These historic agreements contain important wins for our students and the safe and stable schools they deserve, the Minneapolis Federation of Teachers and Education Support Professionals said in a statement, adding that major gains were made on pay for education support professionals, protections for educators of color, class size caps, and mental health supports. But a teacher strike entered its third day Friday in Sacramento, California, where unions representing 2,800 teachers and 1,800 school employees hit the picket lines Wednesday over pay and staffing shortages. The Sacramento City Unified School District has canceled classes at all 76 of its schools, affecting 43,000 students. Wow. Well, I'm glad that labor dispute is over. Keeping kids in school is major, super important. And that has to happen. So congratulations if you're a teacher in Minnesota. Congratulations. Did you? I just real quick tell you a little bit about my day yesterday as I get whatever this is off my glasses because it's very irritating. So I do my radio show in a different neighborhood of the city, which is about 10 minutes away from where I live. And yesterday, I'm only mentioning it because this next story is about Uber. Yesterday, to drive 10 minutes, not 10 like, if it was warm, I could ride my bike to where I do the show. But to take a 10-minute car drive from that neighborhood back to this one, Uber tried to charge me, or they were asking for $73 for a ride that normally costs between $14 and $19. $73. I'm just saying, don't get me wrong, I like Uber. I do a lot. I like Lyft too. $73 for 10 minutes, that's excessive. And I don't get it. But yesterday, Uber announced an agreement to list New York City taxis on its app, ending more than 10 years of animosity between the two sides. Why is this important, you ask? Well, this is Uber's first citywide partnership in the U.S., that's the Wall Street Journal reported, and it could make it easier for New Yorkers to find rides, as Uber and other ride-hail companies have faced driver shortages. Uber and the New York Taxi and Limousine Commission will integrate their back-end software, the Wall Street Journal reported. The move could better equalize Uber and yellow cab fares. In 2014, former Uber CEO Travis Kalanick said, "We're in a political campaign and the candidate is Uber and the opponent is a blank named Taxi." There's a movie about Travis Kalanick coming out. Dude was a piece of work, apparently. Not the nicest man. A bit of a hole. And I this is a striking story. Iowa bird flu has caused or forced the killing of nearly 54,000 turkeys. We will be needing a turkey sound. What's the turkey sound? Not today, but just, you're going to need one. Iowa agriculture officials said yesterday they have confirmed another case of bird flu in a commercial turkey farm in northwest Iowa. The outbreak in Buena Vista County will require the killing of nearly 54,000 turkeys. It's the third case of avian influenza in the county, following a March 6 case that led to the killing of nearly 50,000 turkeys and an infection found March 17th that resulted in the killing of 5.3 million egg-laying hens. Iowa has had one other commercial egg-laying chicken farm affected in Taylor County, which involved 915,000 birds. Two other Iowa cases involved backyard birds. Farms found with the virus must kill and dispose of their flocks because the virus is highly contagious and fatal to domestic birds. U.S. Department of Agriculture data shows 17 states have confirmed cases in commercial or backyard flocks. So I guess if you haven't gotten like your turkey and you got a deep freezer, those things will last till November. You better get one now because this doesn't sound very good. Yeah, exactly. And the turkeys are important, and we need the turkeys for Thanksgiving. I might be traveling for Thanksgiving. I don't want to though. I want to stay home. I want to go to sleep. I just want to take a nap. So it's this beard, man.
What traveling to where?
He had this look on me. I don't know. I don't know. I was talking about probably going to Arizona, maybe visit a friend of mine who just moved recently.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stay home. I want to watch the parade. I want to do stuff that I like doing, like watching football and yelling at the TV. People who can't hear me, despite what other people say. Yeah. Bears are probably playing. I know they're not going to win, so I definitely want to watch that. That's part of the fun. You know? Part of the fun indeed. We haven't chatted with anyone in our chat since a little while ago. That went extremely well. Conscious Deer is here along with Barbara, Flawless Oyster, Bob. We really got to get that Bob game on. Andrea, Boss Caterpillar's here. Pineapple, as I mentioned earlier. Hey, folks. Happy Friday to you all. They're all here. They're hanging out. Gary T is here as well. Not sure if any of Hal's folks are still here, but hi if you are. What else am I doing? I think that's it. We can dip down into some other things real quick, Mr. Gliss, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see here. I'm gonna save that one. Right up my alley. Meet the Japanese man paid to do nothing. Shoji Morimoto, 38, has built a cult following by offering himself as a warm body who can simply be there. That sounds like my dream job. Liberating his clients from the social expectations of the spoken and unspoken norms of Japanese society. Morimoto, nicknamed Rental-san, has inspired a television series and 3 books and has drawn international attention through his viral social media posts. Morimoto's gigs have run the gamut. He waited at the finish line of a marathon for a client who wanted to see a familiar face at the end of the race. Someone hired him to sit with them while they finished their thesis because they might slack off if they were working alone. He listens to healthcare workers describe the mental health toll of the pandemic. Morimoto often finds that his clients don't want to burden people they care about with their needs. I think we got another guest to get. We got to get Morimoto on the show. Shoji Morimoto.
Like a pretty good gig.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman here in Portland that's a cuddle artist. And, you know.
Say what now? A cuddle artist.
People pay her to cuddle.
What are we doing? What?
And yeah, this is not like a, you know, in no way this is it's not like a sexual thing. It's not, you know, she's not someone along those lines. She literally gets paid just to cuddle, like, you know, like sit and cuddle or lay down and cuddle, but she gets paid for it.
What am I doing wrong? And my life is a lie. I thought for sure I would have a better way by now at this age than working. Wow.
If you could just I mean, yeah.
I can't see my face, but imagine the way, whatever face I'm making, that's how I really feel deep down inside when I see people like Shoji Morimoto and the Cuddle Lady, even Dylan T. Pickles. I'm like, how are they just living their lives, doing stuff and getting paid dumb ass amounts of money?
And who, I mean, I more wonder about the intelligence of the people that are paying those people money. But,
well, here's the thing.
Well, I guess the guy in Japan, like, that's a little different, I guess. Like,
and that's kind of like that's kind of like a
thing,
yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, he's actually they say he's doing nothing, but he's providing a service. People are sounding off on him. He's listening to people. I'm not so sure about Cuddle Lady. I'm like, I get it, but are people paying her? Man.
This is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Please, Wildstein, let me handle this. That idea is just the worst.
It is so bad. I mean, I could think hell, I think it just makes me more sad than anything that I have not thought of one of these brilliant schemes before these people did.
Right? It's like, why? Like you said, it's like, what am I doing wrong?
What am I
How
doing
am I
wrong?
not making money doing something really, really stupid?
Yeah, and I mean, I love what I do because I've been doing it a
too.
long time. But I mean, what Mario Smith is just paid to stand there. That'd be my job. What do you do, sir? I just stand here. That's your job? Yeah.
You see me, right?
You see what I'm doing?
I'm working.
I'm working right now, and you're interfering with me working, sir. My job is to stand here. How much do you get paid an hour? $1 million an hour just to stand still. I just stand here. I don't do anything. Oh, wow. That's the community report for today. Yeah. Mario did not load up the community report properly like he normally does. So you get what you get. It's Friday, yo. We've already had one moment on our show that almost turned into one shining moment for a young man or woman somewhere in our fine continental United States. I believe they were here. It could have been anywhere, but it could have been anywhere else with what they said. I also discovered that my computer is not aligned properly. So when we take our break, which we're not taking yet, I'm going to fix that because it's annoying me. So I was wondering, why am I looking down? Literate Hippopotamus is here. Hello. Welcome to the show. Glad to see all of you here. Glad you all decided to be passengers today on this weekend, pre-weekend edition of the drive. The sky has cleared in Chicago. As I see out the window here, the sun is very hot. I'm giving you a play-by-play of outside. There are cars just rolling around, and things are looking good. I'm ready to go.
Beautiful
home
today.
It's
Here,
nice.
so.
Is it really? What's the temperature like in Portland today?
It's been like mid to high 60s the last couple days and clear. It's been nice. We're starting to see some sunshine. So
Oh, cool. Look at you guys. Oh boy. It's supposed to snow today, believe it or not. But if it is, man, that's a trick, because I'm telling you, it is really sunny outside, and it's not a clear sky totally, but it's nice. Looks nice. Not nice enough to ride my bike, apparently, which is important, and that's what I'd like to do today. The temperature right now in Chicago, Illinois is where I'm at. It's 44 degrees. It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
A little chilly. I think I'll get a spoon. That's when the drum comes. You go boom, boom, bam. Never mind. I'll say it again. Man, I would like to ride my bike today, but I didn't see what the temperature is in Chicago. It's 44 degrees. It's a little chilly out. I think you better get a spoon. Oh! Thank you. That's so ignorant. Oh my God. I always wanted those things in my life, man. You made a young man happy today, Gliss. Thank you. I'm trying not to choke up. And I got a trillion horrible jokes too. I'm not gonna lay them all on you now.
And we have the dry one and the one with laughter.
Oh, really? There's two of them. Perfect.
You got two of them.
And then that way you can be the judge on whether the dumb joke I told was funny or not. Because if I don't hear claps afterwards, it's just gonna be like, oh. Hey, so let me tell an old joke and see if it works. Let's see which one I get. Hey, did you hear that President Biden went into the hospital today?
I did not.
Yeah, man, he couldn't stop Putin. Thank you.
I swear someone just told me that.
That would be me. I told you that like a week ago.
I was gonna say it had to be you.
It was me. Yeah. I was trying to think of a joke to use. Ooh, boy, this shit is taking a turn now. We got noise. They should have never let me get near a microphone. That's a wrap. They hooked me up with you. There's two people.
We're just getting started on that.
Oh.
Like, the tip of the iceberg. Like, just wait until we settle in here.
It's about to be an entire mess on the entire world. Y'all just don't know. Good luck. Gary T is saying, do we have a Barney Rubble laugh soundbite? That would be perfect. We need one of those. We need a Barney Rubble.
I'll add it to the vault.
I have not made my list either, and we need a I'm stealing it from my good friend Dan Bernstein and someone I hope to make friends with, Layla Rahimi. On their show, they played Brack's theme song from the Brack show.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get that too. Broad Dinosaur, Zach, Shannon, Melanie. Thanks guys for joining. Melanie is joining us from Colorado. Right on. Thank you so much for being on the drive today. When we come back, we'll have hour 2 of the drive, including sports with Dylan T. Pickles, not the actual Dylan T. Pickles. We're working on that, and the entertainment report, all those things, and headlines as well. We'll be back in just a moment. This is hour 1 of the drive. Now, it's over. Hour 2 of the drive begins shortly, right here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon supported device. We will be right back. Well, what an explosive hour of fun and adventure and excitement that was. It's now time for hour 2 of the drive with Mario Smith. With my man Jake Bliss in Portland, Oregon. What is going on? Boy, can you ask for a better Friday rollout than 1, real sounds, and 2, racist child. It wasn't as fun. Did you have fun? I had fun.
I am having fun. I am still kind of baffled by the beginning of the show. It's still bothering me, and
it was bothering me too.
That person's not coming back, and
ever. Thank God.
Ever.
There's
no place for that. So
no, and if you missed it, you missed it. But it was there will be an email coming out tonight. I'm definitely gonna send one, and I need to make sure that it is understood that we got to do better. Not our fault, but I mean, that was wild.
In fact, I'm gonna actually forward you an email right now because I had reported this to the higher ups, so
okay.
I'll include you in on that.
Yeah, I'd like to, definitely, please. In that I am still a little shook by that, but I'll live. I'm living. It's not the first time I've heard that, but not what you want to hear when you're trying to entertain America and the world. Which clearly I'm doing a great job of, as we have reduced our show to talking about everything except for the things we said we were going to talk about during our show. What are we, 3 minutes after the hour? Let's see who's in our back room here at Backchannel. These are all cool people, and we love them all. Debbie's in Colorado. Pam has just joined the stream. Broad Dinosaur, Zach, Shannon, my man Gary T here in Illinois. Shannon, Melanie, Literate, Hippopotamus, Conscious Deer, Barbara, Pineapple, a little burp, Stacy, London, Kari, Miss Milo, Marnie, everybody that's a passenger on the drive this afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. I am so appreciative of it, and we will do the best we can to inform you today on things that are happening in the world. We will start with some headlines. If you are a person of a certain age, going to Florida for spring break, sure. Going to Florida for spring break used to be a thing that was cool, and it's now starting to turn violent. And Miami Beach officials, having spent recent years trying to control the raucous crowds, public drinking, and growing violence associated with the city's world-famous South Beach neighborhood during spring break, are trying to crack down and want to end spring break. Business owners claiming they're being unfairly targeted by regulations, and civil rights advocates say the city is trying to scare away Black tourists who make up many of the visitors. Two shootings that wounded 5 people last weekend prompted the city to impose an emergency midnight curfew this weekend, have refocused attention on the glamorous waterfront's future as an entertainment district or something else entirely. The city's mayor, a Democrat, insists the crackdown is about bad behavior, not race. Been to Miami, and how do I say this without sounding a certain way? Miamians aren't that fond of people who look like me, really. I mean, unless you're like Tyreek Hill or somebody, you got some loot on you. Miami's kind of weird. Beautiful city. Love the city. Love South Beach. Love it. Got a picture with a bottle, a Corona bottle in the sand and everything. But in other news and in other headlines, Pope Francis prayed for peace in Ukraine in a ceremony today that harked back to a century-old apocalyptic prophecy about peace and Russia that was sparked by purported visions of the Virgin Mary to 3 peasant children in Fatima in 1917. Francis invited bishops, priests, and ordinary faithful around the world to join him in the consecration prayer, which opened with Francis entering St. Peter's Basilica before an estimated 3,500 people and concluded with Francis sitting alone before a statue of the Madonna. There, he solemnly asked forgiveness that humanity had, quote, forgotten the lessons learned from the tragedies of the last century, the sacrifice of the millions who fell in 2 world wars. Free us from war, protect our world from the menace of nuclear weapons, he prayed. The service was Francis's latest effort to rally prayers for an end to the war while keeping open options for a dialogue with the Russian Orthodox Church and its influential leader, Patriarch Kirill. Francis has yet to publicly condemn Russia by name for its invasion, though his denunciations of the war in Ukraine have grown increasingly outraged. And that is a very pathetic attempt at reading. And those are the headlines for today. Fumbling Eagle is here, and Nicholas is here as well. Marnie says, how about getting a monthly laugh, Muttley? You know that dog, Muttley? You know it when you hear it. That would be cool. Their beaches are terrible to go to. Other Florida beaches to enjoy the. You know what? There's Bill Baggs Beach in it's not in Miami, but it's in that county. Beautiful beach. Bill Baggs Beach is very, very nice. And I like Miami though. Miami Beach is okay. It's cool. It's very touristy, which I'm rather ambivalent to, but I dig it. I'm not against it. I'm for it. All right, gang. When we come back, we'll have the entertainment report. I'm gonna try to not drink all this dog and suds as fast as I can because that's dangerous. Because then I have sugar high come down. Woo. And we'll do some other things too. It's Drive with Mario Smith. Thank you so much for being a passenger. Appreciate you, Marnie. We'll be back in just a moment. It's The Drive on Backchannel.tv. Welcome back to The Drive with Mario Smith on Backchannel.tv. And how many of you folks out there have played Halo? I have played Halo, and it is very, it's frustrating because I am not good at those kind of games because I don't like shooting games. But I'm going to tell you something that I am being told contains spoilers. So it is what it is. How does an actor prepare for a role in a live action adaptation of one of the most popular and lucrative video game franchises of all time? It's a challenge that the cast of the highly anticipated Halo TV series, which premiered at South by Southwest on Monday, was up for tackling. Pablo Schreiber, who plays the video game's iconic character Master Chief Petty Officer John 117, says it was such an eye-opening process. The show, which debuted yesterday on Paramount Plus, is a standalone story inspired by Microsoft's Xbox franchise of the same name, becoming the latest addition to a growing list of game adaptations that are coming to the big and small screen. The series follows a 26th century conflict between humanity and an alien threat known as the Covenant, featuring an ensemble cast including John, that would be Schreiber, Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Halsey, Natasha McElhone, I don't know, Miranda Keys is all great, and Quan Ha-Bu, Yeren Ha, as well as beloved AI assistant Cortana, Jen Taylor, who reprises her role from the game. Schreiber said it was exciting to learn about the Halo universe, the mythology, and the story that has been laid out over the past 20 years, not just through the games, but through all the different mediums that content has been released through, the animated shorts, the live-action films, and the graphic novels. There's just a treasure trove of really deep and well-realized stories, and that made me feel like I was really getting to do something special, he said. To prepare, cast members like Ha McElhone and Grace said they did research into the Halo universe, but ultimately didn't rely too heavily on their background knowledge. I read a lot of the mythology books. I tried playing the game. I did all that kind of stuff, and then I kind of let it go, Ha said. It was more for me to just understand Halo lore, like how massive that is, the characters, and then just being able to go. That practice liberated the cast, McElhone, said. If we were really coming from the game and were embedded in it, it might be very difficult to not be constantly reverent. And Friday just hit my face. Reverential towards it, she said. Gray echoed similar sentiments, saying it's kind of a good place to come from when you don't have too many preconceived ideas and notions about who that person should be. You can just approach it, figuring out who they are based on the evidence that you have in this script. The show reportedly went through development hell for almost a decade, garnering plenty of buzz and anticipation from avid followers over the past few years. The premiere was a special moment because it marked the first time the cast had been reunited since they finished filming its first season. The show had a fairly positive reception at South by Southwest, where Paramount Plus also promoted it by teaming it up with ad agency Giant Spoon to create a drone display in the sky, which formed to create a giant QR code. Wow. So I don't know if anybody has seen Halo yet on Paramount Plus, but Halo, the TV show, should be interesting. Hey, we got a short rat is here, and Tom's here. Nicholas has joined the stream as well. Let's make sure Short Rat is not our other friend, because I think we're going to put a ban on all rats.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that over there.
Yeah, have a rat ban.
That's the first thing I thought of too.
Yeah, probably. I it's so much easier if I just was left to deal with it. I could take care of it in 10 minutes. It would take 10 minutes. If it's 10 minutes, then I might not ever get out of jail. A couple of minutes at least. All right, you know what this is, man. Sunday is the Oscars. Hollywood's biggest night is back. Hal covered this on his show, and I'm about to give you everything you need to know for the Oscars. Now, you might be asking yourself, who's hosting the Oscars? Wanda Sykes, Amy Schumer, and Regina Hall are the hosts. This will be interesting. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Wanda and all three of them are very talented women. That is not what I mean. But it's going to be interesting to see this dynamic. I don't know if they've been paired together before. But Regina Hall is beautiful, so it should be cool. Let's see who else is going to be there. It's going to be a little bit smaller than it was in the pre-pandemic days. They're at the Dolby Theater, and it normally seats 3,317 people, but only 2,500 are invited, including the nominees. The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences released its final slate of presenters on Wednesday. Josh Brolin, Jacob Elordi, Jake Gyllenhaal, Jason Momoa, Kobe from Alabama, Jill Scott, J.K. Simmons, Serena Williams, Occupied Rooster, Venus Williams, Rachel Ziegler, and Hippopotamus Franklin are all going to be presenting at the show. What else do we need here? Oh, the other presenters include Holly Berry, Stephanie Beatrice, Ruth E. Carter, Sean Diddy Combs. How is Diddy presenting at the what for what? Kevin Costner, Jamie Lee Curtis, DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled?
Oh, jeez.
What? Oh, do I have to see DJ Khaled?
I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of his.
And another one. And oh my God! Between the
That's it. It's not that he's not a good producer. Love with himself.
He loves himself. I mean,
like, we get it. We get it.
And
You're a
another
producer. We understand.
Right, we understand. Well, I mean, the forefather of putting yourself where you don't belong is Sean Diddy Combs. Just produce the song. I don't need to know you're there until the very end when I am looking like, who did this? Oh, Sean Diddy Combs. Wow. He's presenting an Academy Award? For what? I'm sorry, I digress. That just blew my mind. Jennifer Garner. Oh, but there's more. Tiffany Haddish, Woody Harrelson, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Why is Tony Hawk presenting an Academy Award? Her, Anthony Hopkins. Here we go, some names. Whew. Samuel L. Jackson, Lily James, Daniel Kaluuya, Zoe Kravitz, Mila Kunis, Lady Gaga, John Leguizamo, Simu Liu, Rami Malek, Shawn Mendes, Bill Murray, Lupita Nyong'o, Elliot Page, Rosie Perez, Tyler Perry, Chris Rock, my girlfriend, Tracy Ellis Ross, in my head, Naomi Scott, Kelly Slater, Wesley Snipes, Uma Thurman, John Travolta, Sean. Why is Sean White presenting an award? And Yajun Un. The Hollywood Reporter also reported that Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, is bringing Beaumont Martinez-Reed, Ricky Thompson, Remy Bader, Denzel Dion, and other creators to the ceremony to create short-form content on Reels. What? Why? I'm not watching this. Get ready to bust a move at home, though. Beyonce, Billie Eilish, and Phineas, Reba McEntire, and Sebastian Yatra will all perform their nominated songs. They include Be Alive from King Richard, performed by Beyonce. I'm sorry, I froze because it's claiming that she wrote it. Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, performed by Yatra, and music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who, if he wins this, he'll be an EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. The hit song We Don't Talk About Bruno wasn't nominated. That's my song.
Oh man, you have no idea how many times I hear that song every single day.
Man, we don't talk about Bruno. No, we don't.
It is catchy.
It's super catchy.
I mean, Lynn is,
he's a man.
He's the man. Yeah,
he's the man, dude. If anybody has anything bad to say about that guy, I'm questioning you. Because he is
because I mean, not only is he just like a genius, but he's also just seems like the nicest dude ever. like the most personable, just kind of cool guy to ever come across.
How can you be mad at Lin-Manuel Miranda, except for having to hear We Don't Talk About Bruno, no 80 million times? That dude is good.
That just means he's too good at his job. It's like that's the only criticism.
No Time to Die from No Time to Die, performed by Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas. Somehow You Do from 4 Good Days, performed by Reba McEntire. Van Morrison was invited to perform his nominated song, but will not attend the Oscars due to his tour schedule. Therefore, Down to Joy from Belfast will not be performed on the broadcast. Also taking the stage will be a band featuring the show's this is what's happening. This band that they got, listen to this. The show's music director, Adam Blackstone, Travis Barker, Sheila E., Robert Glasper, D Nice. And there's more. It's a big band. All right. Yes, exactly. It's going to be good. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Well, COVID-19 is still a thing, especially with that BA2 subvariant of the Omicron variant. That means those in Hollywood are remaining cautious while still proceeding as normally as possible. Some in the industry suspect that the March 13th BAFTA, the British Academy of Film Awards held in London, led to a number of COVID-19 infections, some of them among prominent Oscar nominees. Was there any drama related to the award show this year? Some. The Academy drew backlash on social media after news broke that 8 categories won't be telecast live. Of the 23 categories, 8 of them, documentary short, film editing, makeup and hairstyling, original score, production design, animated short, live action short, and sound, will be handed out before the ceremony is broadcast on Sunday. That's not good. What else is different about the show this year? The Academy, for the first time, allowed Twitter users to vote for their favorite movies of 2021, regardless of whether they were nominated. People were able to vote for their favorite films of the year with the hashtag Oscars fan vote on Twitter.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's like something that's been missing. I feel like
I would say
you gotta give the people a
something.
chance to chime in. Yeah.
The Academy Awards will be broadcast at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Shout out to them for broadcasting. Excuse me. Good God Almighty. The Academy Awards.
It's the root beer. It's the root beer.
I'm dying. You hit me right in the where root beer should hit people. Let's take a break and come back. You know what? Let's not take a break. Let's just do it, man. Let's play ball, Gliss. Ready to play ball. We got plenty of time for breaks. It's Friday. Break all the rules. Let's play ball right now. Go for it. Had to get my hat. This is baseball. The U.S. men's team, the U.S. men's national team, and I cannot be in this hat long, Joe, because it's hot. The U.S. men's national team is a step closer to being in the World Cup. I didn't get to see the match, but they fought a scoreless draw against Mexico, their rival, yesterday before the 2022 World Cup happens. You got to be in it, and the U.S. is a step closer to doing it. They had hoped to win in a competitive away game at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico for the first time, but missed the chances throughout the match that could have given them victory. Star striker Christian Pulisic had 2 shots saved by Mexican goalkeeper Guillermo Ochoa, who is a grown-up. There were multiple yellow cards for both teams, including one for Mexico's coach, but the contest, one of the most intense rivalries in international competition, was less tense than in previous years. The number of fans allowed to attend the 87,000-seat capacity Azteca was about half. Mexico had applied a fan ID system following the sanctions leveled over fans' repeated use of anti-gay slurs by FIFA, soccer's international governing body. Some fans could be heard shouting slurs again late in the match while the stadium announcer tried to drown them out. The draw leaves both teams equal on points behind Canada in the qualifying table, with the top 3 going through to the tournament in November. Canada lost to Costa Rica on Thursday after having man sent off in the first half. The U.S. men's team has 2 difficult matches with the highly rated Panama and Costa Rica teams in the next week, which will determine their qualification route. Man, I really hope they make it to the World Cup. Not that they're going to win the World Cup, but it would be nice if they actually made it to the World Cup.
Well, I told you, my brother-in-law, the soccer fan, I was saying that to him when we were at their place last weekend, that it would just be such a bummer if they missed it again, because it was still fun to watch, but it's not the same when you don't have you kind of have to like adopt a team to that's what I ended up doing last time.
Well, I mean, that's what I always end up doing. I mean, because I watch a lot of international football anyway, I'm not really expecting the U.S. to be in it, but when they're in it, that's like, okay, to be able to say that these guys who play overseas can play together, that's a beautiful thing. We have some great players in the U.S., man. Yeah, it makes it fun. Yeah. There was a big fire in Denver at Mile High Stadium. They caught fire yesterday. The stadium was it started. I'm sorry, I got lost in the thing. It started in the suite level of the stadium, which was open in 2001, and it was rebranded in 2019 from Mile High to. Well, the sweet part.
Oh,
I think is what they're saying. Yeah. Empower Field at Mile High Stadium. It was on fire field yesterday. It's unclear if any stadium personnel were on hand or near the site of the fire or what
We
caused
have
the
a
incident.
problem.
Fans in the area, however, shared dozens of photos and videos from outside of Mile High Stadium showing the smoke rising from within. Yeah, that was a mess.
Was there anybody there? Was there an event happening, or
I
is it
don't-
just like?
Doesn't indicate that there was an event.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's super interesting, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see much about that. The only thing that one of my kids came up and showed me a picture. He's like, yeah, the Broncos stadium
Burning down the house indeed. That was terrible. Well, I called it. You can say what you want about me, and some of you have, but I called it. Gonzaga lost last night. Ended their season. Done.
They did.
Dunzo. Gone. And that might mean the end of everything for them. That window has closed, apparently. A lot of kids aren't trying to go to Gonzaga. There's a big question about if this might be their last chance to win it all. Plus, you got guys running around with big grown-up men, mustaches, and they're in college. I'm a little leery of your team. This isn't semi-pro. Come on, man, cut that thing off, or at least cut it down. Don't look like you.
You remember Adam Morrison?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That guy. Why? What? Really? What are we doing? Why are you doing that? Yeah, man. What? Gonzaga had won 28 out of his last 31 games, and 90 out of his previous 96 games, until they ran up against an Arkansas team that was not trying to hear that. And so goes the tournament. Now, no more Gonzaga. I think everybody had them winning. I just did not believe in them from the beginning. And I made it a point to say to our guest, Hoops, I don't think Gonzaga's going to do it. I just don't. And they didn't. They choked, but I look like a genius, and that's what's really counting here. I look like some kind of a smart guy.
It's like, that's the only thing that actually matters.
Because if I showed you my bracket, sad trombone. That's the other sound we need, sad trombone.
Oh, we need the sad trombone.
Yeah, for sure. If I showed you my bracket, Joe, it was bad. It was really. It may have ended the first day. I still got my UCLA team though. I mean,
I might have the sad trombone. I'm not,
oh really?
maybe.
My UCLA my UCLA team is looking very good, and I still like them to win the whole thing. And they'll probably, I think they're in the same. I don't think they're on the same side, so it could be UCLA Duke in the championship. Ugh.
Like I said, I'm a Pac-12 guy, so I'm kind of pulling for the Pac-12.
Yeah, that would be cool.
When it gets down to that, when it comes down to it, if there's Pac-12 teams in, that's usually who I'm kind of pulling for. So
I got let's see, what's my championship game? Well, I definitely didn't have Duke in it. I've got UCLA winning it, but who did I have them playing? Oh, come on, man. It doesn't say. Whatever. I got Duke. I mean, I don't have Duke. I got UCLA winning it. I just think UCLA, a lot of people didn't see them, and they don't know what's going to happen, and they're going to find out. That's a team that's physical. They're big. They can run very fast, and they can get up and down the floor with the best of them, and they don't look like a college team where it's all that pound, dribble, pound. They move the ball around. It's going to be fun to watch. And then I wanted Gliss to put this picture of Coach K up because I just want to talk about how one person can be so happy. I mean, this dude this is his last everything. And they almost lost that game last night. Duke didn't have a good time. But Coach K just looked so. It was a look of. Can we show that? Because I'm not doing a good job of articulating just how over the top happy one human being can be. Look at that face. That's the happiest man in the world. He's like, oh, can't you hear him?
Boy.
All that air escaping his body. But there's not his picture though. It's the picture of people behind him. On his right, look at that guy. My brain's hurt. Right over this woman who's got her arms there. My head hurts so badly. Then there's a guy in a mask. The two guys in a mask, like, I don't believe this. Then that lady's like, yeah, we won. One of his is he the coach or a player? He's like, yeah, we won. A referee maybe in the back. Somebody wearing a referee's outfit. That looks like a football referee's outfit, though.
The guy to the left looks like he's judging him.
Yeah, right? That's what I mean. I don't believe you. How dare you? But look at Coach K, though. He's... Oh, man. Duke gets past this round. I've got them in a championship game. I mean, it's the Elite Eight now. Anything is possible. And basketball is goofy. You can win. A bad team could beat a great team. There's no metric that says that that's not possible. A bad team can always be a great team. But if I can get another out of him, that'd be cool. Hey, everyone. Look at us. I'm not ageist. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like. I can only because he doesn't really talk loud or yell. He doesn't really talk loud or yell. It's just, hey, we did it. Oh man, way to go, Duke. Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Scram, Duke. Baseball is coming. Baseball is on the way. Everybody is happy. I got a ticket for a game on April 14th. Can't wait. I'm very excited to go.
I'm jealous, man.
Man, look, when they said that thing was over, I ran to StubHub and bought a ticket. I did not wait.
Yeah, like I said, I want to go to a baseball game so bad, but
yeah,
I don't want to, put any I don't want to ruin my allegiance by taking Jack to his first baseball game in Seattle instead of San Francisco.
Yeah.
But we have the Diamondbacks AA affiliate. They're literally like 5 minutes from our house. The Hillsboro Hops. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think in a couple weeks I'm gonna take Jack to go see a minor league baseball game.
That'll be cool. Too bad it ain't the Pickles.
I know. Yeah, well, I'm have to take him to a Pickles game too. So
you also don't want to ruin my boy either, because when he sees Dylan T. Pickles for the first time, one or two things are gonna happen. He's either gonna bust out laughing or he's gonna be scared as hell. You gotta gauge that. Jack is important to this whole world. I want that to happen to him. Or you're gonna mess him up for life because his sense of humor is just gonna be like, oh yeah, I get it now. Dylan T. Pickles. That's what that Mario man was talking about. Whew. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. There's so many things. Because I can't get it on my. Oh my. I didn't see it. You added something here that I missed. The Marilyn Monroe movie thing. Well, I want to talk about that. Well, yeah. I'm curious.
My.
Hope abounds even in this crazy quick ramp up to the season after a long labor battle. And so it's time for the bold predictions from the Athletic. Joey Votto. Joey Votto will hit 40 home runs for the first time in his career at age 38. I don't think so. He's good, though. I like Joey Votto.
He is really good.
No pitcher throws 200 innings for the first time in a full major league season. Lies. There'll be one. It may be Carlos Giolito. It may be Lucas Giolito. I'm thinking about Carlos Rodon. Rodon won't stay healthy long enough to throw 200 innings, unfortunately. But I like Giolito this year, even though he just got walked by the White Sox. The rookie of the year will be a Cleveland Guardian. Either Julio Rodriguez, Spencer Torkelson, or Adley Rutschman. Whatever. No to all those. The Rays will have the best because they're the Cleveland Guardians. The Rays will have the best pitching staff in baseball. They could. They have a pretty solid rotation. They said that the Dodgers have the best pitching depth with 11 above average pitchers. The White Sox are in there too. It's the Dodgers, the Giants, the Rays, the Braves, the White Sox, the Twins, the Red Sox, and then the Yankees. Giants also with 11 above average pitchers. Let's see. The Washington Nationals will have the worst pitching staff in baseball. That might be accurate. The Pirates, the Nationals, the Twins, the Athletics, the Tigers, the Royals, the Rockies, the Rangers, the Cubs, and then the Diamondbacks. Really don't like the Cubs. Byron Buxton finishes in the top 3 for the American League MVP. If he stays healthy, he is awesome. I mean, he plays for the Twins, and God knows I'm a White Sox fan, and it does me in about the Twins, but Byron Buxton is real good. I like watching him play. I know that's a bad thing to say out loud, but I do. I like watching him play. Had he not been hurt, could have been a different story in that division for the White Sox. I still like them to win that division too. Let me see. One more, maybe. A couple more. The Giants will once again score 800 runs, and nobody will understand how. That's a good one. Rafael Devers cracks the 1,000 OPS level for the first time. He might. He just might. Logan Gilbert has the best season of any Mariners starting pitcher. Well, that's a low bar. Yeah. I'm getting grumpy and old because I'm just really telling you how I feel. I'm not even thinking about
That's
this.
good. That's what we want.
I totally
That's what
forgot
we're
this
here
camera
for.
was on. I'm just like, but he sucks. I hate the Cubs.
It's like those guys in Major League. The guys that always work, the guys working on the field.
Yes.
It's like, they're gonna be terrible this year.
They're
And
gonna
then
suck.
by the end of the season, they're in the stands.
We love them. Oh, they're the greatest.
I'm excited for baseball though.
I can't wait, man. It's been a long time coming, and this season promises. Sao Paulo, Antonio. And this season promises to be really good. Look at you. You've been doing your. Look, are you okay?
Yeah. I got to work on the timing, but
Oh man, don't worry. It'll come. You know.
I think that's one of my favorite audio clips ever. It's better with the video. Like, the
was
look
watching,
on his face, like he means it. He's just like he cannot wait.
He was absolutely ready to play another football game.
Yeah,
I watched that interview when it was live as it was happening because he really let Sao Paulo Antonio have it, and then he just kind of looked at him. Can't wait. Like, oh my god!
Like, without hesitation, it was just like, let's do this now,
tonight, right now, clear the field. Can't wait. Sao Paulo Antonio. He said his whole name too, which was also awesome. Tonight, NCAA tournament stuff, man. Sweet 16 continues. Some of those games are in Chicago. Ooh, I can't get a ticket, man. Cannot get a ticket.
Man, they're expensive though, because I have to say, so we had the first round in Portland. What was it? The Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And I looked at going, and you have to buy. I mean, maybe I don't know. I would think it gets more expensive as the tournament goes on.
It must.
I mean, except for the fact that I guess in the first round there's more games. You have to buy like the whole session.
Right.
So maybe that's why they were so expensive. But yeah, they were like $200 and something bucks. So I was like, never mind.
Yeah, man, it's about the same.
I'm good. I'll watch it on TV.
I'll watch it on television. And not to mention, I mean, if I'm gonna pay that much for a basketball game, I better know somebody playing in it, like a child of mine or neighbor. Yeah. No. Yeah. And I'm not attached to any of these schools anyway.
Right.
I threw off my sports hat prematurely. Tonight's games on CBS, beginning at 7:09 Eastern, Purdue against St. Peter's. Purdue should win this game, but I don't think they're going to. I like St. Peter's.
Look at you.
Yeah, that game is again on CBS. Kansas against Providence. This is the anniversary of Providence going to the Final Four.
Well, maybe some magic.
Nah, I like Kansas, but I watch them a lot, and they have a loss coming. And I don't know if it's this one or the next one, but I'm going to say no to them. UCLA against North Carolina. This is a very important game. I've got UCLA. I'm going to keep picking them, but North Carolina they want to play Duke again.
Yeah,
they want to play Duke again because Krzyzewski kind of like, and we're sorry about what happened tonight. But you guys just remember.
I'm sure the NCAA would love that too. Although this is the kind of game that the NCAA also likes. So UCLA and North Carolina.
Yeah, it's a solid game. It's going to be fun. That you don't get those often.
No.
And again, people are going to find out, man. UCLA is a very, very good team. And that's at 9. I'm sorry, that Kansas Providence game is at 7:29 Eastern. The UCLA North Carolina game is at 9:39 Eastern on CBS. The Kansas game's on TBS. And then back on TBS, Miami of Florida against Iowa State. Miami's going to win. Iowa State's going to be real phony, physical, and do a lot of dumb stuff and knocking people around and what have you. In the NBA, Warriors against the Hawks. That's a 7:30 time, and that's on the Eastern time situation. At 7 o'clock, the Jazz play the Hornets and the Wizards play the Pistons. 7:30 is that Warriors-Hawks game. At 8 o'clock Eastern, the Knicks play the Miami Heat. Did you see what Jimmy Butler did a couple of nights ago?
Yeah.
He got into a fight with his coach and with Udonis Haslem. First of all, Udonis ain't even playing no more. He's basically a coach. But you're during a timeout, Jimmy Butler is threatening to beat up the coach. How many teams has this been that Jimmy Butler has been a problem? I'll name for all of them. Every team he's been on. The
much.
Bulls, the Sixers.
He's a great player, but man, it always seems like at some point it's gonna go bad.
He is so driven by nothing that he gets into a fight with Coach Spo, the best coach in the league. Whew, my man. All right, very well. We'll see what happens because they got to settle it. Pat Riley probably loves the fact that they're fighting each other because he's also kind of a weirdo. The Mavericks play the T-Wolves tonight, and the Rockets take on your Trailblazers this evening as well. That should be fun. See Anthony Edwards dunk on everybody in Houston. That'd be cool. On this day, in 1965, Dr. Martin Luther King led 25,000 marchers to the state capitol in Montgomery, Alabama, to protest the denial of voting rights to blacks. And in 1996, Braveheart wins Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Director Mel Gibson. Nicolas Cage wins Best Actor for Leaving Las Vegas. Love that movie. And Susan Sarandon Best Actress for Dead Man Walking. Another movie I really like. I'm straight on Mel Gibson. Whatever. Today's birthday. Yeah, sure. Today's birthday is Cheryl Swoops. Yes, indeed. The 1996 Women's Dream Team. WNBA player. One of the best basketball players ever. Turns 51 today. Danica Patrick turns 40. Rapper Big Sean is 34. On this date in music history, Michael Jackson escorted Madonna to the Academy Awards. I remember that. I always had a thought about whatever happened after.
I'm sure you're not the only one.
Yeah, because that's like a prom, and in theory, proms are supposed to end in a blaze of glory for a young man. I wonder they don't, by the way. That's a myth. But I wonder how did it go for Mike? We can't ask him. I guess we could ask Madonna. She's all creepy looking now, though. I don't know.
She's
she's
gotten weird as she's gotten older.
And weird is the word. That's a good word. Pearl Jam singer Eddie Vedder is rescued after a riptide carries him 250 feet offshore in New Zealand. And that was in 1995. I'm sure there are a few people that are like, I should have carried him further. The 1993 Guns N' Roses' album Appetite for Destruction is certified platinum for the 10th time. Jeez.
That's crazy.
That is ridiculous.
That's a really, really awesome
rock That's a great album. Yeah, that's a great album if you dig it. Here's one impossible question, and then we'll take a break. When people were asked in a survey, and the last time we did one of these surveys, I had a headache afterwards for like a couple hours. And when people were asked in a survey what they would miss most if they traveled back in time, this came in at number one. flushing toilets.
I can get behind that.
I can see that.
Because we do a lot of camping in the summer.
Yeah.
And like if you go to a campground where they have flushing toilets, that's like a luxury.
Yeah.
It's like
I can see that being a luxury. Hey, we've been messing up, man. We got people here. Bored Hair, Trinity, Hari, Diligent Wombat. Angelica's asking, what's my name? Mario Smith. Aggressive Kangaroo. Angelica Morris, Dependent Pigeon, is here. I will pay you to tell me how someone gets the name Dependent Pigeon.
I'm gonna have to just like load up like a bunch of animal noises so that we can identify people in the chat by their
like a zoo
by their sound bite.
Gary T said Madonna played aggressive bass in his face. Ooh, I bet. Oh my goodness. When we come back, we're going to have the final story of the night. Thank goodness, man. This is Friday. It's got to come to an end. And we will be back shortly with a front of mind story, something you can carry with you over the weekend. If you're going out tonight, you can tell this to somebody. It'll be really cool. You'll dig it. And then I'm going to get out of this and get dressed to get ready to go to this burlesque thingy. Maybe. It's Driver Mario Smith Friday. And we'll be back in just a moment. It's been one really unique episode of The Drive today. Which one is this, 44? Yeah.